Hi everybody, welcome to Deep Well Talks of Deepak Academy. As you all know, investors make loss in different ways, but majority of the ordinary investors make loss because of two reasons primarily. One, they're attracted to high interest offerings offered by organization for their fixed deposit or bonds, and if these organizations fail, they lose their money. Two, they're attracted to high growing companies or booming sectors, and they expect this trend to continue in future also. And if their expectation does not meet, they make loss. You can find a lot of investors around us who had lost their money on similar grounds because they have taken the specific risk of investing into an organization or a sector which is called as the unsystematic risk in investing. How is this happening? Here we have to understand that the organization without money has to go through a lot of risk factors. And in this highly competitive business environment, all the organizations are not successful in coming out through these risk factors. And there are instances where institutions or organizations fail and investors lose their money. So, out of fear of losing money, can we keep all our money in a locker without investing? No, because anything may be safe in a locker. But for money, if it is kept idle anywhere, there's an economic factor which takes away the value of money. Its name is inflation. So, to save your money from inflation, you have to invest your money somewhere or by some means and face all these risk factors. So today I'm going to talk about how to face or how to manage the specific risk of investing into an organization or a sector which is called as the unsystematic risk in investing. So for managing this unsystematic risk, first let's identify stable organization which can successfully go through these risk factors. And for identifying stable organization, the primary indicator for an ordinary investor is the price of its shares and interest rates of organizations. Because as per efficient market hypothesis, which is one of the prominent financial market theory, all the available information about an organization is included in the price of our organization. First, let's see the impact of stability on share prices. As profits or stability of the organization increase, share price also increase. So normally, stable organization will have high share prices. As profits or stability of the organization decrease, share price also decrease. So normally, unstable organization will be having low share prices. It's a direct relationship. Now let's see the impact of stability on interest rates. Interest rates can be divided into two parts, risk-free rate and risk premium. Risk-free rate is assumed as the rate offered by respective sovereign governments with the least risk among the available investment avenues. And risk premium is a reward or a price we are getting for taking additional risk of investing in that organization. The risk premium decreases as the stability of the organization increases. So interest rates will be low for stable organization, and the risk premium increases as the stability of the organization decreases. So interest rates will be high for unstable organization. It's an inverse relation. So if an organization alone is showing a decrease in share price beyond a certain level, and if an organization alone is showing an increase in deposit rates beyond a certain level, these mouth-watering prices may attract you, but we should be careful since the stability of the organization may be at risk. Another reliable indicator to know the stability of the organization is to track the credit score or ranking of the SEBI-registered credit rating agencies. These credit rating agencies do an in-depth research on these organizations and give them a ranking. From these rankings, we can have a fair idea about the financial stability or repayment capacity of the organizations. Stable organizations are given high ratings, so when they go for public borrowing of funds, they get the funds at a lower interest rates, which means lower cost of funds. Unstable organizations are given lower rating, so when they go for public borrowing of funds, they get the funds at a higher rate, which means higher cost of funds. And for sophisticated investors who have knowledge and time, can do an in-depth research on the organization by way of fundamental analysis. They can do the fundamental analysis by quantitative methods and qualitative methods and estimate the stability of the organization. Once we have identified a stable organization which can successfully go through these risk factors, the next step to reduce the specific risk is to diversify the organization in terms of number of organizations. This evolved from the concept, do not put all eggs in one basket. Because so even if one bag gets damaged, we can save the eggs from the other bags. Similarly, if you are investing into one organization and if that organization fails, 100% of your money is lost. If we are investing into two companies and among that one company fails, only 50% is lost. If we are investing into 5 companies and among that one fails, only 20% is lost. If we are investing into 10 companies and among that one fails, only 10% is lost. So by increasing the number of organizations in your portfolio, you can reduce the probability of loss to a considerable extent. So once we have decided to diversify in terms of number of organizations, the next step to reduce the specific risk is to diversify in terms of low correlation in their business activity. If we are investing into organizations which are correlated in their business activity or connected in their business activity, then any risk factor related to that business activity, all the organizations will get impacted. Instead, if we are investing into organizations which are low correlated, then any risk factor arising will be impacting only that related areas only. The other parts of the portfolio will be insulated or saved from these risk factors. Let me explain this with an example. Let's assume that we are investing into a pharma and a hospital company. And if there is a regulatory risk arising by price control of medicine, then both the organizations will be impacted due to this risk factor. But the magnitude of impact may be different. Instead, if we are investing into any of the above two companies and a company from a tourism sector or entertainment industry, which has a low correlation with pharma or hospital, the impact of price control of medicine will not be there with tourism company or entertainment company. So that portion of this portfolio can be saved from this risk factor. So if you are investing specifically to an organization or a sector, the risk factors can be managed by identifying stable organizations which can successfully go through these risk factors. And even if there are any more risk factors remaining, we can diversify them in terms of number of organizations so that the probability of loss is reduced considerably. And even if there are any more risk factors remaining, we can diversify them in terms of low correlation in their business activity so that sector specific, industry specific, or correlated risk factors can be diversified away. And even if there are any more risk factors remaining, then most of them will be systematic risk factors which affects the entire organization or all organization. We will see them in the next video. Thank you.